with Ichiro, the problem is you saw that throw and you're like, man, he still has something. And I think, I talked to my friend about this. He's from Seattle. First of all, it was very meaningful that he ended up back in Seattle. It's weird if he retires like a Yankee or especially a Marlin.
Nobody wants to retire a Marlin. People want to retire in Miami, but they don't want to retire as a Marlin.
Yeah.
I think that's a very important, like the Golden Girls distinction. Those girls all moved to Miami because they're 50, believe it or not. That's what 50-year-old women looked like 30 years ago. So weird.
Yeah.
But retiring in Miami, totally defensible. Retiring as a Marlin, forget about it. Forget it.
So for him in Seattle, and then we mentioned in Tokyo, which is huge.
Yeah.
I think my friend went through something similar. He's just like, he couldn't, even though it was so far away and all that, he's just watching on TV in the morning or whatever.
Yeah. Very early if you're in Seattle.
Yeah, and he actually, to be fair, was he worked overnight. So it was weird. It was like the end of his shift, or he stayed up after his shift or whatever. But he said, it was super emotional, probably like a Minnesota fan would see with Mauer. A lot of them did. It just, it was kind of odd that that's the last memory you have of him. Where with Mauer, you're like, I get it now. Like, he can't catch anymore. The concussions are an issue. It's not worth him risking his health to be like a 270, 280 hitter for the last few years of his career. And let alone even if he was better, like what there is just a huge risk there. And we had talked about it. It's like, it was a cool moment, but after you kind of, emotional wave, and then you think about it practically, and you're like, he doesn't seem to fit in his own gear, because he hadn't opened the bag or whatever since 13, and it just seemed like it was almost like Mauer playing Mauer for himself for one pitch.